Today I wanted to cover one of the most strangest alien encounters. I did cover this briefly in a past video, but I wanted to cover it again for all my subscribers and viewers that have never heard about this out-of-this-world encounter. One early morning in July of 1968, a bow hunter by the name of Jennings Frederick, a United States Air Force veteran, was hunting in West Virginia. And while he was hunting, he heard a very unusual high-pitched sound. And when he looked in the direction where the sound was coming from, he claimed that he saw the most strangest-looking creature moving towards him. He said that this creature had semi-human facial features, yellow slanted eyes, long ears, very tiny arms, and its body was slender and green. Basically, it looked like a walking vegetable. And while he was staring at this creature in complete shock, it started to talk to him. But it wasn't talking in English, but yet somehow Frederick could understand what it was saying. And it said, "You need not fear me. I wish to communicate with you. I come as a friend. We know of you all. I come in peace. I need medical assistance. I need your help." Then right after this creature said that, it touched Frederick's arm with its thorny fingers, and it started to suck his blood. And this was very painful, but Frederick couldn't do anything about it. It was like he was paralyzed, he just couldn't move. And while this creature was sucking out his blood through his fingers, Frederick noticed that it started to change. It appeared that his blood was capable of healing this creature. Then about 2 minutes later it was done, and it turned around and ran away at incredibly fast speeds. And it was also capable of jumping extremely high as if it could defy Earth's gravity. Then it jumped over a hill and disappeared from sight. And once it was gone, Frederick finally snapped out of his hypnotized-like state, and he just started to panic. And while he was running back to civilization as fast as he could, he heard a very loud humming noise coming from behind him. And he believed that this humming noise was coming from some sort of aircraft. Now once Frederick made it all the way back home, he decided not to tell anybody about this, because he knew that people would think that he was completely nuts. But as time went by, he started to feel the need to tell someone. He wanted some answers, and about 10 years later, in 1978, he told the world his story. And of course, most people did think that he was completely nuts, or just making up stories. But there are also a lot of people who truly believe that Frederick was telling the truth. And if this is a hoax, there is no doubt that Frederick has one heck of an imagination, because this is one of the most strangest alien encounters that I have ever heard of. And I have heard of my fair share. In other alien and UFO news, last week I released a video about all these flying humanoid sightings that have been going on throughout the world recently. And just a couple of days after I posted that video, there was another sighting in Texas. And a lot of people saw this thing just cruising through the sky. One eyewitness stated that he had no idea what this was, but it really freaked him out. Another one told a reporter that there was just no way that it was a balloon because it was staying at the exact same elevation, and also because it didn't move at all like a balloon. Some said that it was a floating tower. Now that is a very interesting statement, because in the paranormal community, people have been saying that all these humanoid-looking UFO sightings is actually the Black Knight satellite. And for those that don't know what the Black Knight satellite is, some say that there's a satellite of unknown origin that has been orbiting Earth for thousands and thousands of years. And to give some credibility to this theory, in 1954, a man named Donald Keyhoe told newspapers that the US Air Force had reported that they had detected 2 satellites orbiting Earth. But at that time, no country in the world had the technology to actually launch a satellite. And maybe in a later video, I might cover the Black Knight satellite in more detail. And I'm not sure why this alleged alien satellite would look like a human, but that definitely gives us something to think about. Now when you watch this video closely, it does kind of look like a person just walking in the sky. Then there was also another identical sighting in Florida. Now this is kind of mind-blowing because we now have 5 identical sightings within less than a month from all across the world. And another theory is that these are top secret military drones. But I don't really agree with that theory because I don't think that the government would fly a top secret military drone in broad daylight. And they also probably wouldn't fly them over other countries violating their airspace. Now I get the feeling that this mystery is only going to escalate more. And I'm very curious to know, what do you guys think this is? Please let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, this is Paranormal Junkie. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and stay tuned.